So, the inspection report. Recently, I have seen a trend because we do have a large bank of rookie agents,
Right.
okay,
Good.
that are getting inspection reports and they're attaching them to the repair request going, fix everything. Well, I will tell you my response to that. I would suggest you go ahead and build a new house.
Well, and let me preface that what Paul is saying. Let's back up and get the full story. The seller puts the house on the market, and they get a whole bunch of competitive offers. Boom, 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 boom. Price elevates. They realize they have a really hot commodity. It's the seller's market, and then okay, so they accept this one, and then they come with all this stuff. And they're I mean, you can see where they're like, "You're lucky I let you buy it anyway." How are they feeling about repairing the entire list?
Yeah, and they'll say, we're paying a premium for this house. I want everything fixed.
Right, right.
And it's
a perfect storm.
Yeah, it's not it's a very difficult scenario. So I've kind of pulled out some common things.
Okay.
And I'd like for you to tell me why I should care about those things.
Okay. Before you start, though, can I give a little spiel?
Okay. Here comes the spiel.
Here comes the spiel.
Here comes the spiel.
Well, obviously, you're going to get a report, and it's not just a fix-it list. It's kind of a things that we see, also kind of an owner's manual. I mean, we take pictures of, like, where the cutoffs are, for your electric or water, the size of your filters, things like that, just for information purposes. So there isn't an absolute correlation with, oh, that report's that thick, it's got that much wrong with it. There's a lot of just information, homeowner information, and it's meant to be a guide and an education. Now, when you look at the thing, everybody's threshold's different. But my suggestion, if I'm buying the house, what I'm going, now obviously if I got it at a great price, maybe it says it, whatever. But it's kind of like going to a buffet. And what do I mean by that? Well, when you go to the buffet, I'm going to load up on the most expensive items there. I am not going to fill up on potatoes and rice. I'm going for the shrimp. So what I mean by this is when you see the home inspection report, if there's a high dollar item or a safety item, ask for that. But don't piss them off. Sorry, can I say that on there? Don't tick them off with just the rice and the potatoes, the little bitty stuff you could fix yourself. I mean, if you're going to extend the olive branch, say, this and this is okay, I can live with that, but I really got to get that, that loose rail fixed and that furnace that's blowing carbon monoxide in the air. That's got to be fixed.
Right. So here's the antithesis of what Preston is saying. If you're the seller, also focus on the big ticket items. You know why? Because those big ticket items, like he mentioned, are material facts that are going to have to be fixed, even if or disclosed and told about, even if that buyer doesn't buy it.
Right.
So yes, the contract says as is, right?
Mm-hmm.
As is, but as is could mean, okay, you lost that buyer, but knowing that the water heater doesn't operate or the AC doesn't operate, the next person, unless you fix it, you got to tell about it.
Right, right. And the experienced agents that I've seen, the real, and I'm walking into Paul's territory here, but the experienced agents I've seen, what they do is, look, here's all the stuff my guy found. This is all we're asking for. Right. So then it's like, then if you're on the other side of that deal, you're like, all right, they're extending the olive branch. We could make this difficult or we could make it easy.
Right. And one last thing before we get into this, and this is my 100% the way I want to look at it all the time, is in almost, okay, I just said 100%, now I'm changing it. In almost every instance, if you are the seller and you get a request that says, I want this fixed, this fixed, this fixed, and this fixed, give them money. Because you don't want to go out and fix all those things and have to argue around workmanship-like manner, technicalities around those repairs.
Right.
Give them money, let the buyer fix it the way that they want to fix it.
Right.
And give them the resources and a little bit of PETA for money for having to handle it.
Right.
And let them do it and move forward with the transaction.
Right.
Because here's where you run into trouble. My Uncle Jed, he's handy. He fixed our tub the last time. He can fix it again. Well, when that inspector comes back to re-inspect, and it's not done in a workmanship or professional-like manner, I mean, you start a firestorm that ends up causing the transaction not to move forward. It is the best way to make it a win-win, because it's all about the win-win, right? Making sure that both people get what they want as best as possible. Or what do they say a win-win is? When both sides are a little bit unhappy. Okay?
I
So-
absolutely agree with what you're saying, Paul.
Pay the money and get it done that way. All right. So, what's our break time, Jesse? 16? Okay. All right. We got a minute and a half. All right. So, one of the most common items I find on the report is what they call the rockin' potty. Who cares if the toilet is loose, Preston? Why did you put that on my report? I know the answer to this question, but it's called the rockin' potty, and that's really
Loose
true.
toilet. It's rocking back and forth.
It's called the rockin' potty.
Right. There's a wax seal there that okay, so you got that 4-inch pipe comes up. There's a wax seal around it. Toilet goes on top of it. Bolts, go down on it, and it seals it down. If it's loose or rocking, the seal can break. The problem is sometimes testing these things create them to leak when they didn't leak before. They just need to be tightened down, but not so tight that they break the porcelain on the rocking potty.
That's right. Rockin' potty's a problem,
It
but it
is.
actually can be fixed. All
Especially
right.
if you got my relatives.
Oh my gosh, you just said that.
I don't hope they're not
Well,
listening to
we're
this.
so glad you're with us today. Yeah, I hope not either. We're so glad you're with us today. The show